Hobo Casserole. This is the use it up, don't let things go to waste, odds and ends, never going to be the same if you're using it as a way to use up leftovers. Is there an actual recipe I can attach at the end of this video? Absolutely. I use it kind of like as the guidelines, as Jack Sparrow would say. And I will remove a starch to put something else in, and I will remove XYZ and put something else in instead. And I followed the recipe as it is on the website, and it's yummy. But this version of Hobo Casserole, I used it as a guideline. So for example, I had some leftover frozen beef chunks. That's just not a nice sounding phrase. I put in a 16-ounce bag of elbow macaroni that we got from my kids' food bag they got from the library. I cooked it up, threw it in a bowl with the meat. And then it had I had Velveeta. So I diced up some Velveeta chunks to mix in it, and then I laid slices of Velveeta on top, which is why it's really bright orange in that video. And what else did I put in there? I have to think. Hang on. I put in an onion, a cream of mushroom, melted butter, and milk, just to make the creamy sauce that holds it all together, and chickpeas for some extra protein, and I think that's it. And then seasonings: garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper, Badea complete seasoning, paprika. Just what you got, throw it on in. It sounds good, throw it in. And it's kind of like my pantry chili. It could be different every single time, just based on what we have. If you use fresh vegetables, like a fresh carrot, a fresh celery, or fresh peppers, I would saute those to soften them a little bit. And if you use frozen vegetables, I would cook them up and drain them, strain them, pat them dry, to just make sure the extra liquid doesn't get in there. Oh, I used a can of corn. It's just putting in what you got. And yeah, it's just one of those use it up so you don't lose it because of how expensive everything is. But if you give it a try, let me know. And like I said, the actual recipe is also yummy too. But sometimes I follow it and sometimes I don't. And then I bake it. And I bake it at 350. I cover it for a half hour, and then I uncover it for 15. Because everything is cooked. You're just, melding it all together. Okay. Alrighty, I'll talk to you later. Bye.